It is Wine Wednesday, and of course Pacific Northwest wines are on the global stage. We know that, but gone are the days when the wine world only called the Willamette Valley exclusively Pinot Noir country.
Oh, that's right. Now those Pinots are still some of the best, but there are so many different and award-winning wines to explore in 2025. So joining us on the couch to help us navigate all the wine to try this year, we've got wine writer and educator Christy Wins. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So you are all wine all the time. We wanted the expert view here of where things stand as we head into a new year. This has been a really exciting time for Northwest wine.
Yeah, so much so. So much so. It's really kind of becoming, on the global scale, it's kind of exploding. California's always been kind of the thing, but I think you're hearing a ton more about Willamette Valley, Pacific Northwest in general, Washington, on the global scale. So it's kind of exciting.
What is kind of your state of the wine union at the moment, where you just look at, you talk about it being exciting, but why is it exciting? Why is the Pacific Northwest on the forefront now?
I think because there's so much happening. Obviously, Pinot has always been a thing in Oregon. You're seeing so many new varieties coming out. You're seeing Chardonnay start to take the stage. Pinot Gris always been around. It's kind of having a new moment, Pinot Blanc. But you're also seeing some exciting new varietals, Albarino, Syrah. Cabernets are starting to pop around. You're seeing Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon. So you're really seeing a lot of new exciting varieties come to the forefront here in Oregon, and I think that's going to lead to exciting things for us.
That's interesting. Do you think does that diversity of options help or hurt Oregon as it tries to kind of like establish a brand?
I think it helps because I think we have established a brand, right? We are Pinot Noir country. We do the Burgundian varieties really well, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir.
Sure.
So people know that, but then once they come here, they have other options, and I think that's really exciting. You're also seeing non-alcoholic options take the stage. Sparkling, I think, is kind of the next big future for Oregon in particular. You're seeing a ton of new sparkling wine producers come out with traditional method to, which is kind of that champagne method. So it's all done in the bottle versus the tank method, which is done in a tank. You're seeing all styles of sparkling wine. So you have the really easygoing aperitif styles to the more complex styles. And I think Oregon's really going to take off with sparkling wine.
I want to dive into that because I want to know why. I mean, we've been talking about it here on the show before. We kind of had the moment where we talked about Chardonnay really having its moment in the sun and on the forefront, but with sparkling wines in particular, why is that becoming such a trend?
I think because globally it's becoming a trend. So everywhere that I have gone, I have seen sparkling wine kind of really start to take center stage. And I think because it's approachable, right? It's not overpowering like some reds can be. It's not super simple like some whites can be. And it's fun, right? Everybody loves bubbles. It's the way to start a meal. It's a way to end a meal. You can have it throughout a meal. And so I think it's really starting to take a global stage. So you're going to see it more and more.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it's becoming more approachable. Gone are the days of like bubbles only being for a toast, right?
Exactly.
So you can just enjoy it with your Wednesday night meal. As we look into our crystal ball for 2025, what else are you kind of anticipating this year?
Oh, good question. I think you're going to continue to see kind of those experiential type things happening in wine. So not just, going to a wine tasting at the winery. It's going to be more about the experience, whether that's with friends or family or with food. You're going to see a lot of those experiences still happening. I think that's kind of going to be the next stage of things. I think you're going to see the sparkling wine. I think white wine is definitely taking kind of a new stage, almost increasing in popularity above red wine these days because there's so many new options. And then I also think, we've seen a lot of, simplification of wine in the last few years. I think you're going to see a move away from that. Wine needs to be approachable, but it's not simple. There's nothing simple about it, right? It's a beverage, but it's history, it's culture, it's community. There's so many exciting things about it, and that's one of the things that makes it so much fun. And it's not simple, it's complex, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have to be approachable. It can still be completely approachable.
You can walk that line. You can do both at once.
Exactly.
What is your pro tip when you talk about the wine tasting experience? I'm from Dundee. Emily's the wine expert here in the studio.
Emily just really likes wine.
Really likes wine. So people do ask us. They'll ask us, hey, where should we go?
And
there's so many options. What is your tip to narrow down your wine tasting list?
That is a good question. I'd say start with what you like, whether it's Pinot or Chardonnay if you're looking for bubbles, and then start exploring the different websites. We have so many AVAs here in the Willamette Valley, and a lot of them have organizations and websites from Chehalem Mountains to Yola Amity that you can kind of go on the websites, explore those wineries, see what options they have. It's a great way to kind of explore. Also, internet and Instagram and Facebook and all all those
Yeah.
places, great options to kind of follow wineries, follow trendsetters in the
great.
industry to kind of come up with options.
Well, Christy was too humble to like plug herself by name, but I will. You're a fantastic local expert. If you want to learn more about wine, she is a great place to start. Christy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We appreciate the early outlook. If you want to learn more, start your wine journey, you can follow Christy at christyswinetravels.substack.